Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
Hee-jin loses case and W Korea controversy explanation.
Hi, I thought I'd do a quick one because we have two important things to talk about. First is the Hee-jin case. A lot of people are confused which case this is, and the W Korea breast cancer fundraising event that happened and the controversy surrounding it. This is going to be quick, so let's do Hee-jin first. So, as you know, an employee filed a complaint against Hee-jin. This was after the employee, that specific employee, filed a harassment case against the then vice president of Adore. After that, she said and claimed that Hee-jin tampered with the investigation and called her names, harassed her. Now, the Seoul Employment and Labor Office
wow.
investigated the case. And they later determined that Min Hee-jin, the things that she said, the things that she did, could be considered harassment and asked her to pay a fine. So they said, you are
Wow.
guilty.
I
Now,
wonder
Min Hee-jin
what's the
asked the court to
fine
reverse the
and the
decision.
penalty for that, because I can imagine going through something like that, harassment at the workplace by a superior, and then they go to court with you and pretend they didn't do anything. That's awful.
But so how I understand this decision was already done. It's just Min Hee-jin escalated it to the appeals court, and the appeal court kind of supported the decision. I think that's what happened here.
So the court investigated and upheld the labor office's decision. Immediately, Min Hee-jin filed an objection, and this time she's requesting for a trial. So that what the court did was just an investigation. This time she wants a trial. She's requesting for a trial. A lot of people are speculating, and probably that they are right, that she is doing
Oh,
this
this would
because she
be
doesn't
a
want the
trial of like with people, like a jury.
I don't know how trials work in Korea. Could be like the same as American.
decision on that case to be a precedent on all her other cases. She doesn't want that their decision on that administrative case to be referenced in her other trials.
You got yeah, I feel like I see how hype can use this to prove like character of
Okay, now
Minhee.
Mm-hmm.
people are getting confused because about 2 days ago, there were headlines about her requesting for a trial against the employee to be postponed. Okay, that first one was an administrative case. The one that she's requesting to be postponed is a defamation case that the employee filed against her. It's worth 100 million. So again, people are speculating. Probably she knew she was going to lose that administrative case. That's why she immediately filed for the postponement of that trial so that that trial will not use that case decision as a reference. The other development is that the president of South Korea, Hee Jae-myung, remarked that anybody who lies in the National Assembly when they go there for a testimony has to be investigated. They said that you do need to investigate them for perjury. Now, people are wondering, will this affect Hani, who went to the National Assembly and she wasn't very accurate in her testimony? If the law is existing and he is just asking for the implementation or execution of the law, then yes, Hani may be investigated. But if the law does not exist and he is just requesting for the law to be in place, then no, it's not retroactive. So let's see what's going to happen. Next is the W Korea breast cancer fundraising event.
So does the law exist or does the law not exist? Because what she said is common sense. Obviously, if there's no law, then it wouldn't be retroactive. But is there a law or is there not?
So this event has been on for 20 years. Yearly, there is a gala, a party, and that is hosted by W
This is
Korea.
separate
And
from
in
Minhee now.
Yeah, now this is the W Korea.
Oh,
the 20
okay.
years, they have raised 775,000, and that would be 38,000 US dollars yearly. And they said that they usually help about 500 people yearly, and many of them are low income. So what is the criticism? Korean netizens are saying that this is actually
38K a year to raise in a gala. That is just ridiculous.
That's not a gala at that
That is
point.
one person donation.
This is like a small charity event that you
That
do like at a small church or something.
that is like didn't
Like a fundraiser.
didn't Sugar donate like over $1 million or something, or like $500,000 to the clinic?
It could
That's
be.
one person donation.
It could be. I don't know how they write these things off. Some people like to have a donation in their own name than to give it to a charity and it's on the behalf of the charity's name.
No, but it says that's how much it raised. So I think all the money funded through the charity, no matter whose name
Yeah.
associated
So
with
I'm
it.
saying is that I think more people probably donate more personally than they do with an organization, because organization maybe they would give like $5, $10. That's what it looks like. That's what it
I
looks like.
mean, right? That's You're right. That's what it looks like, but it's just ridiculous. Like, who goes? You have these rich people,
Yeah.
K-pop, they're going to donate like a $10
So,
each. That's just
but to me,
ridiculous.
it makes me think that the charity itself is just a front for expenses to write off for that organizer. Personally, because why would you host a lavish event if there's no, recouping of a money that goes towards like for charity to show that, oh, this is worth it.
It does look like that. It does look like this is just a front of sorts.
A celebrity networking gala disguised as charity. They are accusing organizers of mocking cancer patients, turning survival milestones into luxury party excuse. And some of those that are posting on forums like the core saying that they are breast cancer survivors and they said that they are partying while using their pain. So these celebrities in this publication, they are partying using our pain, meaning the cancer patient survivors.
I don't really buy that per se. I because as we talked yesterday, Met Gala is also the issue here is that not how they raise this, not that they're partying. I don't really. To me, if partying is what gets the money, that's fine. The issue is there's no money. That's what the issue here. To me, seems like some sort of fraud. Honestly, I refuse to believe that.
Also,
What?
go ahead.
I refuse to believe that in an event where all the K-pop idols attend, and I'm sure there's some rich Samsung, whoever else people attend, they managed to raise 38K. I refuse to believe that that is.
Now, I'm also curious to the attendees, to you as well, because just because you have like who they say that was there.
Well, out of the what they said was K-pop idols, but I'm sure not only K-pop idols. I'm sure there's some other non-K-pop people that attended too.
Yeah, but I'm very curious to who were the attendees because I didn't really expect the K-pop idols, so at least the ones that's not out of the big names, to donate like how Sugar donated. And since it's been going on for 20 years and this has been the long history, I think maybe it's assumed or this is something that you just give a few dollars to.
Right. Okay. Like I get what you're saying. Right. We wouldn't expect like aespa girls, because I say aespa because we
No.
saw them. Because they were there, we know. aespa
Hmm.
girls J Park to donate $500,000. No, we don't
Hmm.
expect that, but $1,000.
Don't know them to do that in the first
No, but like a
place.
$1,000.
No, we don't know them to do that in the first place. Because
I don't know.
if I saw let's say a film there, I say okay, they're not gonna donate a lot because even in the gift box for the fans, they include like the very cheap chips and snacks and stuff like
Because
that.
I think it said there was 500 people in there. So
Mm-hmm.
each person donated $1,000, which is honestly, I think for them that's not a lot of money. That's 500,000 already, and 500,000 per event.
Mm-hmm.
We could, if it was 500,000, not $38,000 per event, we would sit here saying, "Damn, that's low." But 500,000, okay, maybe Korea standards are different. This is not America, so I would make that type of judgment that okay, it's just probably like cultural difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
38, it just screams fraud. Like I'm
Or
sorry, it's just
or maybe they're lending their faces to be like the what you call it. They have a word for it. It's like the social
I I get what you're
the
saying.
social
No, no,
points
no. I understand
to
what you're
get
saying, but
others to do the
there's no
donation.
money. That's I understand they're lending the face. I can see that, but there's no
Yeah.
money still
Because
coming in.
I would also assume they have to pay for tickets, the seats. So the seats
Right?
to
Wouldn't
show
that be
up.
donation too?
Yeah, but I don't know what's the cost of those seats.
Well, it would probably be like $1,000. No, how
So
much is
even
Met
if,
Gala is like 100K, right?
oh, I don't know. It's a lot.
Because Met Gala is a lot.
And
Yeah,
you could be sponsored to attend too. You
yeah,
you
yeah.
may not be even the one to
Well,
pay for
but
the tickets.
somebody has to pay for
Someone
that.
has to
Someone has to pay, but
pay.
they can gift you a ticket.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if the after the cost of everything, that is such an expensive event that is very little left, which can be the reality because you've seen those charities, the food raising, cancer, HIV. When they do the fundings, very little actually
I don't
go
know. I
to
think
the actual charity that you want to give to. Gets more to the pockets of the
I
organizers.
think exactly. I think the organizers are pocketing a lot of money
Hmm.
here, and I think
I
this
would
might,
ask for accounting to be done.
I think this might cause an investigation into this.
Yeah.
Okay, another cause
Because
of or source
you
of
probably pay J Park to perform.
Yeah,
That was an
yeah. I don't
expense.
think he performed for free.
controversy is the performance of J Park. His song Monet is known for objectifying women. And in that particular event, Karina of Espa was said to have made some sort of a body motion in when this sexy lyrics came on. It was about something about the tongue, and so she did something sexy, and people felt it was
Yeah, put some sugar on my tongue, the TikTok dance. But again, I think it's important to differentiate. This was at the after party though. So after party, to me, anything goes. I don't really care about after party. If you want to talk about main event, if he performed that in main event and like, okay, I personally wouldn't have a problem, but maybe they
The
could.
people who come with money probably would have a problem.
Then maybe they would have something. But at the after party, so what the fuck they supposed to do at the after party then? Pray, sit there, pray, go to church. Like it's after party. Like
I mean,
that's
they
what
can do whatever they want.
exactly. That's why they did an
They
after
can pray
party.
if they want to in the after party.
Yes, but the point is they can do whatever they want. So J Park wanted to perform on my. Karina wanted to do the TikTok dance challenge. Who cares?
inappropriate. Park Jay Park already apologized and said that if anybody was actually offended, I apologize. And he said that that wasn't his intention. A lot of people are also comparing this event to the Met Gala. They felt that for 20 years you've been raising money and you've only raised 775,000. That is
Your ideas backed by AI powered productivity. Introducing the Lenovo AI PC. That's
too little. Where is this money going? Why are you not raising more? And fans are dragging celebrities for being out of touch. And they are asking the apologies to apologize, the celebrities to apologize. And they said that if you want to party, just don't attach the name of breast cancer in there. This is where I stand. I am not saying that I am right. This is based on my own values, sensibilities, experience, culture. Okay, I'm sure that you guys also have already expressed your opinion. Number one, the W Korea event is like the Met Gala. So they ask the brands Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Bottega Veneta, Celine, Cartier to buy a seat or a plate. And those are very, very expensive seats and plates. So that will be their contribution to this fundraising event. In return, the celebrities will then the brands will call the celebrities who represent them and they'll give them the clothes. They'll ask them to attend the party. Now, I know for those of you who don't know, contracts of this brand ambassador, especially if you are a big celebrity like RM, J Hope, V, that's set in stone. And they're very, very specific on how many events a celebrity will be attending for that brand. But in a fundraising like this, usually the celebrity will waive their fee and will not be counted in the contract. So that is the contribution of the celebrity. In exchange, the celebrity will wear the clothes given by the brand, and the brand is going to get their PR. They can use that for marketing, blah, blah, blah. Okay, brands get the celebrities to get them in effect. This is what happens. The brands get the celebrities to give them an extra appearance for not lower but no fees. Now everything is sponsored in that event: the hotel, the food, the performances. Nobody gets paid, and this is all part of the their whoever is going to be sponsoring those things. That's their contribution to the fundraising. Many of those who are making noise aren't actually concerned. Let's face that. Many are just looking for something to criticize or someone to criticize. And because there are many popular celebrities in that event, then it's their chance to criticize those celebrities.
I got that yesterday when we reacted. I did see like some people they just seem like to not like K-pop idols, so they just came at them for that reason. But I do think the amount of money raised is worth criticism, though.
Yeah, it's alarming.
I think the way the money is raised is not to be criticized because I don't really think there's anything wrong with the way the money is raised. The fact that they're having fun instead of sitting there crying about the breast cancer. Now, that I don't think is a big deal. What is a big deal is $38,000 a year. That amount is just ridiculous. That
But then again, it seemed like it's more of a promo event for the brands, and the charity is just willing to take what they can get for, and no one's willing to put extra because celebrities they're also doing a trade off. They're not compensated for it either as well. They give up their time, and they just show up for the event in exchange with cooperation with the brand.
I understand, but still, Rochelle, $38,000.
I don't know if they're really inviting. They don't have a good invitation list, probably.
No, but those brands do still pay for the tickets. So
Yeah.
what? So if there's 500 seats, so how much is a seat? $100?
Well, they're still expenses. You have to deduct.
No, but everything's. She said everything is sponsored, so there's no expenses to deduct.
So everything from the event is free.
Yeah.
The wine, the
Yeah, everything is
food.
sponsored. Yeah, somebody sponsors. Somebody pays for it. W Korea doesn't pay for it. Like something is just doesn't add up. It's just not adding up.
If the whole event is free, it's just like I don't expect for you to raise a lot.
But you still raise at least the ticket prices, which ain't no way a ticket is $100 to that event. That's like to a brand. That, come on, that I don't know. Speechless.
Let's just face that fact. However, it doesn't mean that what they are saying isn't valid, right? Two things can be true at the same time. They can be a hater, they can also have a point. Okay, so as one survivor shared on social media, it turned our struggles into a backdrop for their selfie. It's her emotions, of course, it's valid, right? It doesn't mean that everyone else shares her emotions. So again, two things can be true at the same time. She's hurt, that's valid. Other people are not, that's valid as well. Okay, Jay Park's performance, in my opinion, I think was tone deaf. I think he could have chosen a better song. So maybe that's a lesson to be learned. Don't be conscious of what you're going to do in a fundraising event, especially for something very, very sensitive like breast cancer. Now, people are saying 750,000 is too low for 20 years. And I agree. But also, if they raise 1 million, 100 million, 1 billion, it will still be too low for something like this. We always want more.
No, that's not what this is about. This is not about greed that we want more. It's just like, what is a reasonable amount to raise in an event? Like $38,000. If you hold like,
That looks like that.
yeah, right. $38,000 would be reasonable if you don't invite celebrities, but if you just hold like a regular people event, like, right, like I don't even know, like at a college you hold up like a symposium and you raise money. That's $38,000. If a school raises $38,000, I would say, okay, good job, school. Like that's
That's so
expected.
little. I think maybe a small organization. Of
Right,
the
because school would have donors too.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could come up with. Yeah, but
if
like,
a small club raised that.
yeah, because guys, fucking army raised $1 million for Black Lives Matter. Come on, that's army. That's regular people paying everybody, chiming in $10, $20. Like I don't know, Come on, $38,000, and I think army did it in like 24 hours too. So, like, really, 38K?
I think they hosting or doing the events. I think maybe at this point those kind of events are dated. Maybe
I
don't
think they're
think-
laundering.
I
I think
think-
that's the only explanation. They're laundering. I think there's going to be a investigation. Somebody's going to prison over this. That's the only conclusion I see.
For something like this. So, sure, 750,000 is too small, but any amount is too small. But a small amount is better than nothing, right? So they are still saving or at least helping 500 women yearly. That is a valid thing. That is a good thing. Now, there is lack of transparency, but so that happens in all fundraising events. They are not particular about
No.
giving an accounting.
no. When the donors and there's people working events like this, they have to see, okay, what's the breakdown of this whole event, the charity, how it works, so that they're held accountable and there's no laundering or anything like that, or people pocketing funds. I don't know if that's a common thing in South Korea, but here in the States, you must be transparent to where each dollar goes. So every cent, how it's divided up, what's the percentage of everybody.
Yeah, and I think the non-profits, they're actually more susceptible to tax audits than actually private businesses, for-profit businesses, because, well, if you say, okay, you're doing good, you gotta show that
Because
you're
you
doing
get
good.
tax benefits,
Yeah.
write-offs,
Yeah,
you
you
know.
get a lot of benefits. Like what they don't want to see is you have a charity and basically not a charity. You have a non-profit. It doesn't have to be charity. It's just a non-profit. So you do a non-profit, but then all the money just goes to CEO salary.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to see that. Like that is not
How many
non-profit.
people knows that? That's why they don't donate.
Yeah, because a non-profit, that's not why non-profits are non-profits. They're not for the organization, for everybody to get rich, and nobody benefits of that cause. Because you could theoretically open up a non-profit, a CEO gets a salary of $1 million, the VP, vice president gets a salary 750K. Everybody gets these shitload of salaries. And what do you donate? Oh, we donate yearly like $10,000 to the actual cause. Like theoretically that is possible, but one is highly unethical. Two, I think that could probably be illegal too, though I'm not sure, but it just doesn't sound right. That's just really unethical. Like it just doesn't sound right.
dollar per dollar on where they are using the money. But as I've said, that's common. I understand why people are demanding it this time because the technology is available for those things to be easier, for those things to be provided. So I understand, but it's not an an out of it's not weird for the funds to not be accounted for people, for the public. It's not weird that the public don't know the dollar per dollar expenses. Okay. However, there is a track record. Since 2006, Love Your W has been helping 500 people, 500 women from low income families to have some support when it comes to their medication, to early examinations, and those are official reports. So there is some sort of an auditing and
But it says okay, so it supports screenings for 500 women. How much is a screening? $300 for 500 women? That's nothing. That's what 15K. Like I mean, that's great that they're doing something, but come on.
I don't know. I think that's why the transparency is very important, because then you see the mission statement, the objective, what are the goals of for this charity in tackling this issue and what they plan to achieve. And if it was a successful event, then they have the goals written and they accomplish those goals. I haven't seen that, and for me, for even others to not see that, how do you expect people to donate? Because we don't know if you guys are successful in fundraising with what you're doing, if this even is a worth the time and
accounting.
resources.
As I've said, it's just that it's not customary for the dollar per dollar accounting to be provided to the public. Again, I understand why people are demanding it. Now, concerns about the amount of funds it raises is one thing. Saying that the event is useless is another. Still 500 women that are getting some help. That's way better than nothing. And the mere fact that it has helped hundreds shows that it is not useless and it is not a failure. Fans of celebrities are also now raising funds. And this is an important thing. And that's a win by any measure. This is a summary on X about armies actually starting their own movement. And if you affect the public like this, it's a win. So these are some of the posts.
I was gonna say how much Army raised, because I bet you Army raised more than that event.
Of some of the armies that are actually starting their own fundraising. That's a good thing. Helping 500 is great. Helping one person is also great. Any life that can be saved, right?
Great ideas can come from anywhere. With Wix,
Now, Jay Park clarified in his apology that his set was pro bono, so he wasn't paid, and it was not in the official program. It was after the event. And he said that the photos, the
So
videos
he
that are
wasn't
getting
paid.
published made it seem like he was a part of the main event. He said no, it was just for the party. Now, another thing is that this is just the reality of charity events. I understand not many, some people don't
Yeah, but
like
the
it,
thing is
that brands
that
or corporations or
it's like people are not supposed to know that like after the fact. It should be clear that everyone here is everything is covered. So, and where the proceeds go to at the end of the day. So there's no like questions, because that's why being transparent is important, because you don't have to ask these questions.
businesses or companies actually use charity as PR. I am used to it. I, as my subscribers would know, that I
That's what
have a
I'm
niece who used
thinking
to
it
have
is.
leukemia.
It's just a PR for just the brands and the celebrities.
No, but charity is always a PR, and nobody really donates money for charity
Yeah.
for kindness of their
So
heart.
that's probably why the people not so much, they're not really uproar or motivated to donate that much.
But still, the amount of money, I still think there's fraud going on.
And I remember how it felt at that time. Any kind of help I would accept. And if that meant me giving testimonials, writing you a letter expressing my eternal gratitude, I will do whatever it is that you want if you will help the person that I love. And so, again, I understand that people will share that emotion, but that is for me, which only means that, again, other people's emotions are valid, and then the other side is valid as well. So it's a natural thing. That's just how it works. Quid pro quo, right? It would be great if people aren't asking for anything in return. But these are businesses. And we always say, let's juice them out, out of everything that we can get out of them. So that's just the reality of the situation. We also don't know what happened in the entire event. So there's a lot of assumptions that not many people are talking about breast cancer or whatever. We don't know what happened until the entire video of the entire event actually comes out. We will not know what happened to that event. The only ones that would know are the ones that attended. Now, many are saying that the celebrities are already rich. Why are they not donating themselves? Number one, you don't know that. Many of them may be donating, they're just not publishing it. There's a lot of celebrities who don't like their charity getting published. But the other thing is that also many celebrities already have their own charities and they do this just as an extra, right? Because then they get to help. The brand that they are representing will be the ones that will be the one that will foot in the bill. They just have to appear. So that's over and above the current charities that they're already supporting. So in weighing both sides, the flaws of the event does not erase the 20 years of its contributions. Hundreds getting offended don't erase the hundreds of women which the event saved or helped. So just because, again, people that are hurt, those are valid. It does not erase the fact that they help many women as well. Two things can be true at the same time. But it does underscore certain things that there may be some avenues for improvement, right? Maybe not have an artist perform a song that objectify the body of a woman in an event like this one. So it's just a matter of perspective. I don't want the event to stop if it's going to help women. A lot of people are saying that, oh, it's a party or whatever. Again, from the point of view, from what I have gone through, I I really don't care. If that is how you're going to raise funds to help my loved one, go do it. I'll help. I'll help you. I'll do whatever it is that I can. If that
Yeah,
means that
I don't understand what is this with oh you partying. Like who cares what you're doing as long as the money's getting raised. Like to me that's the wildest. Like oh they're partying, they're not talking about breast cancer. Like who cares what they're talking about? They can be talking about cars for all I care as long as the money's coming in, you know, because money is what's gonna help them, not the fact that Jay Park is now gonna be well proficient in breast cancer. Like the fuck, he's not a doctor. I don't care what he knows. So to me that's wild, but the amount of money raised concerning.
that you are going to help the person that I love. And I'm sure there are a lot of people that don't share that, and also a lot of people who share that. As for the celebrities who were there, great that they actually went there because the assumption is that they went there for free. They didn't have any talent fee. Thank you. Again, any kind of help. It's not like we have a surplus of charities right now. We need help. There's a lot of people who need help. So there are areas of improvements, but we
Alright, I guess that's it.
Okay. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord, and Zoe, share as much kindness as possible.